Have you ever wondered what would happen if two of history's greatest creative minds met? What if the fiery soul of a painter and the sharp wit of a poet crossed paths? Imagine, for a moment, a conversation between Vincent van Gogh and Alexander Pushkin. We're about to bring that imagined meeting to life. We're stepping into a world where their thoughts on art, life, and the very nature of existence can finally intertwine. Prepare for a journey into the minds of two titans. A sun-drenched field in Arles, France. The wheat is a sea of gold, swaying gently under a sky swirling with blues and whites. Among the cypress trees, two figures are walking. One, with a straw hat and a gaze that seems to pierce through the veil of reality, is Vincent van Gogh. Beside him is Alexander Pushkin, with an air of refined energy and a twinkle in his eye. Pushkin takes a deep breath, gesturing to the vibrant landscape. Vincent, my friend, this scenery, it is poetry without words. Your canvases, they do not just depict a place, they sing of its soul. It reminds me of what I've always believed. There is happiness on earth. Though there is no peace, there is only freedom and will. Van Gogh stops, his hand tracing the rough texture of a sunflower petal. Happiness, Alexander, I'm not sure. I can see life in this field. I see a ferocious, beautiful struggle. The sower who sows the seed, the sun that burns, the wheat that grows only to be cut down. It's a cycle of creation and sacrifice. I don't seek happiness. I seek to be so deeply embedded in life, to feel it so intensely that I can express its truth on my canvas. To me, art is a battle against the void. Pushkin smiles, a thoughtful, knowing smile. A battle, yes, but is not poetry the same? We wrestle with words, trying to capture a fleeting feeling, a moment of truth. Deception that elevates us is dearer than a host of low-born truths. We create illusions, but these illusions point to a higher reality. Your stars at night, they are not just points of light. They are spinning worlds of emotion, of hope, of despair. You give us a beautiful lie that reveals a profound truth. Vincent's eyes light up with a familiar intensity. Exactly. That's it. People say, my work is exaggerated, but is nature not exaggerated? The power in a storm, the silence of a starry night. It's overwhelming. I try to express the terrible passions of humanity by means of red and green. I don't paint what I see, I paint what I feel. The fishermen, I paint. Their faces are not just portraits. They are maps of a life lived by the sea, weathered by sun and salt. It is the real, transformed by feeling. They continue walking, the path leading them towards a small cafe. The air is thick with the smell of coffee and evening flowers. Pushkin leans back in his chair, observing the locals. Look at them, Vincent. Each one a story, a novel, a poem waiting to be written. Genius and villainy are two things incompatible. I believe in the fundamental goodness of the human spirit, even when it is lost or misguided. In my work, I tried to show the hero and the scoundrel, the lover and the betrayer, all parts of the same human tapestry. Van Gogh looks down at his worn hands, stained with paint. I see it differently. I see the suffering, the poverty, the quiet dignity of the working man. I don't believe in genius as much as I believe in work. Hard, relentless work. I often think that the night is more alive and more richly colored than the day. In the darkness, you see the true light of people's souls, the flicker of a candle in a lonely room, the hope against overwhelming odds. My goal is to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. Ah. But are we not both doing the same thing, just with different tools? Pushkin counters, his voice animated. You use color and I use rhythm. We are both trying to make sense of this beautiful, chaotic, often cruel world. Van Gogh nods slowly, a flicker of understanding in his eyes. But this search, Alexander, it is lonely. There is no blue without yellow and without orange. Art is a jealous master. Loneliness is the price of vision, Pushkin replies, his tone softening. But in that solitude, we find our unique voice. And when we share what we find, we are no longer alone, a reader in a distant land, 100 years from now. will feel our joy, our sorrow. Your paintings, Vincent, they hang in galleries, and people stop. They feel your heart beating. Is that not a form of immortality? Is that not a connection that defies time and space? Van Gogh looks up at the sky, now a deep, swirling indigo, pricked with impossibly bright stars. A faint smile touches his lips. A connection. For my own part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me dream. Perhaps our work is just a dream we share with the world, a dream of a more beautiful, more truthful reality. Pushkin raises his glass. Then let us toast, my friend, to our shared dream. Van Gogh clinks his glass against Pushkin's. To art. And so, under a swirling, starry night, these two great souls found a common ground, a shared understanding that their struggles, their passions, and their relentless drive to create were all part of the same human story. If you enjoyed this exploration of art and life, you can like and subscribe the channel for more videos like this.